Hey guys.
Alright, folks, we're here today to check out the Patreon poll winner of the week. None other than Lord of the Lost with Shock to the System, a Billy Idol cover. Why? Well, because they're releasing an album of covers. Lots of them.
And who doesn't like covers?
Specifically Lord of the Lost covers.
But covers in general.
By the way, they have a cover of Bronski Beat, Small Town Boy. I'm dying. I love the original. I'm dying to hear what they did with that track. I think that's the one I'm most excited about, is to hear that cover. Because I love the original. I think Paradise Lost has a cover of that song. So I'm dying to see what these guys are going to do with that. And while I like this song, well, not this specific one, because I haven't heard this one, but the original. While I like the original from Billy Idol, my favorite Billy Idol song is White Wedding.
Ah, yeah.
I think that's a classic.
That is a classic. I feel like that's one that spans generations. Like
Yeah. That one
song.
probably in Rebel, yeah. Those are I think those two. But White Wedding is like...
That one spans the generational
fuck, man.
gap.
I'm surprised they didn't go with that one.
I know. That's like...
That would be a great cover, too.
Honestly.
All right. So, are you ready to check this out?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what this is all about. All right, all right, all right. All right. So, by the way,
I notice whenever you like a song, you always go full Matthew McConaughey.
all right, all right, all right.
Alright, alright, alright.
So, before we talk about this, I mentioned the Bronski Beat song. I want to mention another song that I think this compilation of 3 discs, it's going to be 3 disc compilation, so it's a lot of covers, is missing, is Q Lazarus, Goodbye Horses.
Yeah, and
Come on.
also,
Come on.
I didn't see on the list. They're not doing a Chris Isaac.
Ooh, there might be, I don't know. Now, did I show you the list? I think I
You
showed you
did,
the
but I
list.
don't remember. I don't remember what's on the list fully. At least
I know there's no Blue Hotel,
which is a crime.
or what's
Wicked
the
Game.
No.
Which
no,
I think
definitely
Blue
not
Hotel
there.
needs some love. There's so many Wicked Game covers out there. I think we need Chris vocals on some Blue Hotel.
Oh, dude, totally. But I don't know. See, like we're talking about this, but it always comes down with did they get permission to do because it involves lawyers, it involves copyrights, it
Listen,
involves all
if
sorts of
him
shit.
if
So.
him can do Wicked Game and stuff like that, I feel
Oh,
like
him! I mean the band. I was
The
like,
band.
I was like him. Like
no,
you
no,
mean
no,
Chris?
no, no. If him can do Wicked Game, I feel like Chris Isaac's a very like
Laid back kind of guy.
laid back. He's the guy who made Blue Hotel. Okay.
I'm sure you could sit down and have a cognac with him.
He gave his
He
song.
looks like the kind of guy that would have a
This guy
cognac.
gave his song to North Shore.
He
of
didn't
all
give his song. They
movies.
paid
Or they paid whatever.
I'm sure they paid
but he
fucking
allowed
royalties.
it. But he allowed it to happen.
the money.
Because paying
Money
is one
talks.
thing,
Bullshit
but
walks.
he allowed it to happen, which
Which was a shitty B movie, anyways.
and so,
No, it's not a shitty B movie. It's a B. It's to me, it's a cult classic. I love that
Oh,
North Shore movie.
North
It's not a
Shore-
bad
North
movie.
Shore
It's not a bad movie.
is the-
But it's a B movie.
If I had
It's a B
to, if I
movie.
had to explain to someone what my childhood was like in one movie, movie wise, like the movies I watched, and
North Shore.
North Shore.
All right. I mean, it could be worse.
For a kid who grew up in the 2000s, my movie collection was all like VHSs and then like
That movie was from my childhood.
exactly. But I'm saying all movies were like VHSs and like the
movies of your childhood should be a bunch of John Wayne movies because like when you were a kid we used
oh
to
yeah,
watch like all day John Wayne.
John Wayne.
But then
yeah.
he got canceled and now they don't show his movies anymore.
Yeah, so it's a different thing.
Pilgrims. With
What's
his
funny
walk.
is the other day
fuck.
I got very.
For a racist guy, he was pretty cool back in the day.
I mean, there was.
But everybody back in the day was racist, so
and yes,
let's all
quite
be
a
fair.
bit of them were cool.
Yeah, let's be fair. There was good people on both sides. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so Chris Isaac, I agree with you. Blue Hotel, but come on, Q Lazarus, Goodbye Horses.
Definitely should be there. But I was gonna say I was quite inebriated the other day, and I for some reason started listening.
In other words, you're high as a kite.
high as a kite.
All right.
And I decided to.
Can I still say the word kite, or these days that's not?
No,
okay?
that's because you're saying high as a kite.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay. Like
yeah.
it's context.
It's context.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And I feel like that's also a different word that you're thinking of. It's not the same word.
No,
It's not the
Yeah,
same
but
word.
racist people don't know the difference.
True. Yeah, I was high as a kite, and I.
To them, I'm probably Mexican.
True. And I started listening to Blue Hotel and all of these Chris
Actually,
Isaac.
somebody posted that on the comment section the other day. That my name is probably not even Pedro. That I'm cultural appropriating.
Really?
like, dude, like you're trying to not be racist by being racist.
Yeah,
because
you don't look like a
there's
Pedro to
there's
me.
other cultures out there that use that same name. It's not like a Mexican thing. Like
Exactly.
seriously,
Vote for Pedro.
Talk about going out of your way to fight racism while being racist at the exact same time.
Because he's saying just because you're white,
I shouldn't be named Pedro.
You shouldn't be Pedro.
All right, so there
Your
you go.
middle name's Miguel, which I feel like is also pretty.
I know, but people don't know my middle name is Miguel.
Well, now they
so-
do.
Yeah,
It's
now they
Miguel.
do. Yeah.
But yeah, I started listening to a bunch of Chris Isaac, and I was like, "Fuck! I need to find the name of this damn movie." And I was going everywhere trying to find the CD because I knew we had the VHS or whatever the fuck it was, and I'm trying to find it.
We have the DVD.
and we have the DVD, but I couldn't find it. So I was high as a kite, iPad to the face, trying to search up.
You can remember the name of the movie?
Yes, and I was searching like Blue Hotel in a movie, and then I'm like movie about surfers, shore movie, and then I saw North Shore. I saw like the little thing of North Shore. I'm like, that's the fucking movie. Then I had to go on like Bilibili, like the Chinese YouTube or whatever, and I found the full movie is there, and I watched it up until that part, and then I stopped watching it.
And that part is really cool because there's the guy with a board on top of a bike. and
Oh, and
he's
he's
surfing,
surfing on the
like,
board.
on the board with the bike, like going like side to side. Like that's fucking
that's
cool
cool as
as
fuck.
Oh yeah. That's when that song is playing. Is after he get beaten up and he's walking back with his tail between his legs.
His stuff got stolen. Yeah,
and he got beaten up and whatever.
No, Holly, we didn't steal your shit. Yeah.
All right. Fucking
That's before the girl puts like the aloe on his back and stuff.
Yeah. No, that's after. He's walking back with the aloe in his hand, and then a turtle picks him up in the middle of the road as he's walking. Okay. Anyhow, like fuck, we're getting sidetracked.
Watch that movie.
Blue Hotel. Q Lazarus with Goodbye Horses, and let's just throw some Nick Cave there. I think this covers album needed a Nick Cave song. But anyways,
I was also going to say,
moving on.
I would love to see them do. I don't know if they've already done a Paradise Lost song, but I feel like
no. They normally the covers they go, especially on this record. There's no. Once again, I went through the list, but I don't really remember. It's 3 discs. Don't ask me to remember out of the top of my head.
I knew there was.
Most of the songs are like pop rock and like.
I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight.
So it's songs like from the 80s and shit like that. There's not like really metal songs that they're covering.
I think the world needs a Lord of the Lost Paradise Lost cover.
True Belief.
Either True Belief or As I Die.
Eternal would be a great one too. Anyhow, there's plenty of good Paradise Lost songs, but I feel like Paradise Lost is already like goth enough and dark enough.
They did one of Dead Valentine. They did a cover of that song,
which the two bands actually
sound very similar. Even the lead singer of that band does have a little bit of Chris in him, or
pause.
So
anyhow. This video is going all over the place.
If you go and listen to the cover of Dead Valentine and the actual band that created, I forgot something Boulevard. If you listen to the two, like they're very similar.
No, they are because you showed it to me, the original.
Yeah.
And it's very similar. So anyhow, but this specific Shock to the System by Billy Idol. I like, before you give me your opinion on it, I really like those Billy Idol, like like those ones were like very Billy Idol, you know what I mean? So I really enjoy that little bit of a throwback feel in there.
You know what? Even after listening to the song, I still kind of wish they did White Wedding.
Me too. But this was a good cover.
This was a good cover, but I'm saying,
it was a good cover.
Even though it's a really good cover, it just makes me feel like I need to hear what a White Wedding would sound like from these guys.
Yeah, I'm sure they could do a good job. I mean, when was the last time they did a bad job?
True.
Outstanding work by these guys all the time.
I can't remember the name of the band.
I think the cover of this album is what? Weapons of Mass Seduction?
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. Which is fucking funny. It's good. I like the play on
Dude, I really gotta listen to that cover.
And it's coming out December 29th, I believe.
Yeah.
Last year they released...
on Christmas, right?
I think was it Christmas? Or... You might be right. It was either Christmas or New Year's Eve. Like the 31st of December.
Yeah.
So it's either one or the other. I can't remember. But, which one would say that those are probably the worst times to release a record. But considering how well that album did, you know what I mean? So, Blood and Glitter was I don't want to call it a breakout album for them because, I mean, these guys have been around for a very long time. After all, they're the last remnants of a dying scene. So they've been around for a very long time.
But I also feel like that was an album that really gave them...
I think it expanded their fan
audience.
base beyond that scene that they've always been a part of.
Yeah.
It really went further than
beyond.
that. And then them obviously going on, what was it called?
Eurovision?
Eurovision. I was going to call it Dancing with the Stars. But yeah, going on...
Chris Harms and Dancing with the Stars.
That needs to happen too.
That needs to happen.
But
he has to wear the dress and like the heels and shit. I think that's only fair since with the Blood and Glitter album he was wearing heels and stuff.
Nah, you can wear whatever the fuck he wants.
But I think
it's Chris Harms.
True.
It's Chris Harms, motherfucker. He can wear whatever he wants. Fuck. Leave the guy alone. So anyhow, so I think it's an album that, like I said, if you ask me, being released at that time period, maybe not the greatest time to release a record, but fuck it.
But it had an impact on the band.
Yeah, it had an impact, period. So... I think when you release good music, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter when you're releasing it. People are going to listen to it.
Yeah.
And then more so, it's a time period where there's no other music out there anyway. So fuck it. These guys are evil geniuses as far as I'm concerned. Now, I enjoyed this cover. This is a good cover. This is the first single, I guess you call it, from this covers album that's coming out. I wonder what else they're going to pick as singles. Well, I think this is a good start because
the Katia one is already out. The
Well, because
cha-cha.
they did that right
They did
after.
that right after, yeah.
They did
So
that
it's
right
already out,
after.
that one.
But it's but this I think this is considered really the first single because when that came out, nobody knew there was going to be an all covers record. So I get what you're saying, but I don't consider that as a first single. To me, this is more of a first single. So I wonder what's going to come next. I'm hoping for a music video for Small Town Boy, Bronski Beat, because these guys are from Hamburg.
True.
So like it would be nice to get the same vibe of the original video where he's on the on the train, or what do they call it in England? They don't call it train, they call it something else.
No, the train.
No, I think there's a different, English people, they love to fuck up words and give it other meanings, like rubbers and shit like that.
Yeah, and fucking you over. In
Yeah,
the
exactly.
future.
So, anyhow, so I would like to see them take the idea of what the original video was, which was him walking around, getting on the train, looking all depressed and shit, and then do that, but like in Hamburg. Like, I think that would be really cool if they did something along those lines. Like I said at the beginning, even before we press play, that to me was the one when I saw the list that I was the most excited about, because I love that song, but I was quite sad that there was no Q Lazarus.
I know.
Goodbye horses.
And then there has to be the scene of Chris in front of the mirror and shit. Like, would you fuck me?
Yeah, but that's not in the song, dude. That's
I know,
just
but you have to put it in there. I mean, that song in that movie and that scene in general. Come on.
I don't think he wants to ask that question because he doesn't want to deal with the amount of
yeses that are going to
get back.
True,
so
true.
I don't think he's want to ask that question to anybody.
True.
So let's just leave things.
And like the nipples would be exposed. And
exactly. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Exactly.
Like just let things be. Let it be. Let it be.
True.
I don't think that's a cover on this album, but it could have been. But anyhow, fuck. I don't understand how these guys haven't really broken out in North America like some other bands have. But I think it's also due to the fact that they haven't toured here.
Yeah, they need to tour here.
Like Electric Callboy did a tour here in the fall, like in September, August, September, was pretty much sold out everywhere, and that was their first big tour. And if you asked me before that tour, I was kind of like, I don't know how well they're going to do, because I didn't think people here really knew about them.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with these guys. I think they're in a situation where they have a much bigger fan base in North America than what we think. Maybe they know because they look at their Spotify numbers and they see where the numbers are coming from. But I think these guys are like a North American tour away from becoming a worldwide sensation.
Yeah.
Because I think they have all the right tools.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're like Inspector Gadget. All right. On that note, I think we're good.
Yeah.
This was great. I enjoyed the cover. Enjoyed the video. Very Miami Vice, I must say. Very Miami Vice. Very 80s. All right. We'll see you all at the next one.
See ya.